Namaste and greetings, my beautiful souls, my beautiful queens. Queens, mostly this is a video for you. There is going to be no cards in this video, obviously. I want to do another video in which I simply going to show you a very tiny little book, and I will get some of this book to you now. And this tiny little book with such a name, he is not that interested, he is just passing time. 40 unmistakable behaviors of a man who avoid commitment and play games. You know, many of people who know me, they tell me that I should be more selfish. The thing is that I will give you just one simple example of today. Today I had a request for 4 emergency readings, and my emergency readings are done within 48 hours. And emergency readings, I would make quite a bit of money, which I obviously need, like all of us. All 4 of them are about men with such obvious behavior, absolutely obvious and clear, that this man does not forgive me. We all know the expression, frankly, darling, I don't give it down from Gone with the Wind. That instead of me using the situation as my advantage, any reader would do this. Oh, cool, request for emergency reading. You take it, you take the cards, you put them down, you tell them what they want to hear, they leave happy, and you keep the money. The problem is, for me, for my inner self, for me as a soul, it does not solve nothing. It does not solve a problem. It does not get to the root of the problem at all. So instead of keeping the money, putting the cards down and telling these women whatever they want to hear, or telling some truth, I always tell the truth, whatever is there I say, I refund the money and send them the list of books, the list of YouTube channels, and the list of my own videos on manipulations and all game playing men. Consisted of about 12 videos, and I'm sending it all to them and say, here are what you need to do. And the basic question you need to ask yourself is, why do you do this? Because I get each case very closely to my heart, and on a photo I see absolutely picturesque Hollywood movie star looking woman who simply after she was left by a man, all she does is just throwing herself to his feet and begging him, metaphorically saying, kissing his hand and his shoes, begging him to come back to her, and she agrees to do anything. Such humiliation, and this woman doesn't even realizes how she humiliating herself. It's a humiliation, and it hurts me physically to see absolutely unique, absolutely incredible souls and women throwing themselves to the feet of someone who doesn't even see their worst. They running after them, they begging them, they say they will do anything, just come back. This is this is breaking my heart. This is why the biggest problem is that I'm not talking relationship with manipulators, of course, and there is the case of also so-called pickup masters. It started in 1995. Pickup masters, the professional players who use NLP and use all kinds of manipulation tricks to play with women and wrap them around their fingers. They're psychopathic. They're sick, mentally sick, but so little women know about it. This is why instead of putting cards down and telling you he's gonna come to you and throw himself to your feet by the end of this month, I try to give you information which can help you and protect you and save you from wasting, I'm not even talking months, is wasting years, wasting years, because I see it all the time. So this little book, you can get on Amazon for just mere pennies, I think couple of dollars. I'm just gonna go and open it and just tell you whatever I can. Another book, you know, instead of talking about my own book, which is right here, I'm talking about others. Another book, and which over 1 million copies sold. You know, being honest with you, when I read it, I said to myself, I could have written it so much better, because it's kind of like the language is rather simple, but at the same time this is understandable for everyone. Why men love beaches. And don't misunderstand the word bitch. Bitch is a high value woman for whom is high respect to herself, her self-value, self-respect, and self-dignity and self-love is the most important, because until you have it in you, you will not find a man, or a man will not find you who is gonna treat you this way. A lot of it's fun, you know, it's fun to read, but some of the things are a little, I would say, oversimplified, but at the same time you'll get the point. It says here, from doormat to dream girl, a woman's guide to holding her own in relationship. The thing is that, of course, the bottom line is, girls, you have to understand this mistake that many of you from all kinds of places faces. Many of you were somehow made believe, and it's all in childhood, all rooted in childhood. Run after someone who just doesn't want you and prove them that they are gonna be happy with you. The problem is that many still believe and think that if you are gonna be a doormat at the feet of this man, then this is love. This is the only way. You have to just sacrifice yourself. You have to become this this beautiful carpet at his feet, so he can be walking comfortably, and one day he's gonna understand, and one day he's gonna realize, and one day he's gonna wake up, and one day he's gonna so on and so on and so on. And this always leads to disaster, because the thing is that people treat you the way you allow them to treat you. If someone treats you wrong, you have to say, not wait until they understand they are treating you wrong, but you have to say, you treating me wrong. You cannot do this to me. You cannot talk to me this way. You cannot, I'm gonna link underneath this video, again, I'm going to link the channels which will be very helpful for you for the self-love, self-respect, self-value, how to develop it, what it is, and how it is, and how to approach it. I'm gonna link it, and I'm gonna link my other videos on this subject and the channels which you can visit. But the thing is that you have to understand that this is a simple truth of it, that doormats, they don't love. They cannot love a doormat behaving woman. And most women believe this is the only way. This is how you deserve love. You have to deserve love. You cannot deserve a love. Only if you have the self-respect rooted deeply in you, self-value, then you are going to vibrate this outside of you. If you're gonna be this little gray mouse saying, please somebody use me, somebody please humiliate me, of course it's not, you're not gonna say it, but you're gonna vibrate this. That's what's gonna happen. People treat you the way you allow them to treat you. People treat you the way you allow them to treat you. People treat you the way you allow them to treat you. And the actions of a man is everything. Words is nothing. Actions everything. How you hold yourself, this is how people gonna treat you, especially men, of course. Now I'm gonna open this book and simply follow the it says right here 40 unmistakable behavior of men who avoid commitment. I want you to just stop wasting your time, because when you are trying to get a man who wants you not, and who will not cross the like they say, he will not even move the finger, he will not cross the street in order to be with you. You don't need a man like this in your life. It's like I see it all the time. I just got the email, oh, we are long distance relationship for something 7 or 8 years. What? The airplanes don't fly? The man cannot just get on airplane and fly to you, but long distance turned out to be like couple states away. Seriously. And this woman is sitting there waiting, hoping, dreaming, and he doesn't give a damn, because a man who gives a damn, he acts, and he acts right. So, number 1, I'm just gonna go. I just hope someone will hear me. Girls, why are you wasting time? Why are you wasting lives? Why are you wasting emotions, feelings, and everything else? Why do you do this? Number 1, he's emotionally unavailable. Number 2, he hides information from you. Again, you can get yourself this book. Number 3, you are always the one to initiate contact. This is one of the things she writes. This is one of the things every relationship coach writes to you. Woman inspiration, man action. Woman inspiration, man acts. Woman does not act, because if she acts, then she shows she's needy, she's clingy, she's desperate, and she does not have self-value. Self-value woman never initiate the contact. Man calls her, comes to her, shows her he cares. You are always the one to initiate contact. I'm not gonna read it because you can read it yourself. Number 4, he is not eager to proactive about seeing you again. Another thing you start. Listen, girls, I see, girls over 40, 50, and 60 and more behaving like this. These simple rules, can you imagine if you apply the simple rules of self-value and self-respect, how many hearts would have been saved from breaking, humiliation, so on and so on. He isn't eager to proactive to see you again. Number 5, he doesn't introduce you to his friends and family. Big red flag. And what do you do when you see any of those behavior? You create excuses. And you come with those excuses so brilliantly that sometimes it's like I sometimes just fall silent. The excuse, which is absolutely, unfortunately, not true, is he is afraid of such huge, such strong feeling. He's scared of how much he loves me. Girls, do you even hear yourself? He's scared of how much he loves you. Seriously. A man who loves you, he's scared only of one thing: to lose you. If a man loves you, he is gonna call you 4 times a day. Why? Because they become obsessed with the one they love, and they are so terrified that someone else will get you, someone else will take you away from him. This is why a man who found the woman he wants to be with, they propose within within days. I've seen it within days, within weeks. He wants you as his wife, because otherwise, if he procrastinated, someone else will get you. You're such a queen, someone else will get you. And if you throw yourself to his feet, what automatically he thinks? That, no one wants you, no one needs you, though you throw yourself to his feet. Really, girls, you have to understand the behavior of men, and you have to understand how you need to behave. No one tells you need to manipulate men. But you need to stop throwing yourself to the feet of a man, because this leads you nowhere. This never leads you to happy relationship. He doesn't introduce you to friends and family. Number 5. Number 6. He does not show any interest in meeting your friends and your family. Huge thing. When a man is interested, he wants to see your family, he wants to see your environment, he wants to see your room, he wants to see the books you read, he wants to see what kind of furniture you have, he wants to see your family, he wants to see your mom, your dad, your kids, your dog, your friends. Because when a man is deeply interested in a woman, he wants to know as much as possible about her. It's never enough. It's never enough for a man who loves you. After even knowing you for 20 years, he's still considered he doesn't know anything, because you are never enough for him. Number 7. He withdraws emotionally or physically at the mere talk of commitment, or when you ask him, where is this going? Many of you make this mistake by not asking. And when you are not asking, you're thinking, if you don't ask, then this is gonna last. And another big mistake, because if he is not talking about it and he's just passing time and having fun, because let's face it, many men have they communicate with more than one woman. He has this 5-6 phones in his phone number. Another thing I want to tell you really quickly: if you receive a text message in which you are not being addressed by your name, like this, sweetie, honey, beautiful, or nothing at all, this is the sign that he sends the same message to more than one woman. So he doesn't confuse the names of 5, 6, or 12 women. He simply, this is how it happens, and this was actually told by a man. Friday night, Saturday night, he doesn't have a date today, he's bored. So he writes this one message: sweetie, beautiful, honey, what's up, how you doing? Whoever answered him, nothing really, you want to come over, then whoever answers him he chooses between those, the one he comes, and this is what he has. He comes, he has nice dinner, nice conversation, watch a movie, have sex, have fun, enjoy, and then he can be gone. A woman, he visits, thinks they have relationship, but a man really just comes to spend some good time. He didn't promise you anything, you didn't demand anything, so this is how they also behave. So also please pay attention if he addresses to you without addressing your name. But of course, addressing you by a name also not a guarantee, but this is one of the signs. Number 8, he's stubborn beyond reason and inflexible to any changes in plans that might ruin his well-structured life. This is 4 of Pentacles card. Number 9, he clearly tells you that he is interested in seeing other people. You know how many requests for the reading I got, and I want to scream. If a man tells you this, why you even continue to communicate with him? He clearly tells you, I don't give a damn. Why do you agree? He clearly tells you that he's interested in seeing other people, or that he like to keep his options open. He has to be gone out of your life right away. Another thing, huge thing, I am not ready for a relationship. If a man tells you this word, means I just want to have some fun. Another phrase, let's take things slowly, means I am just having fun. Please don't count on nothing. This, or I am not ready for a relationship, or let's take it slowly. This all means to you immediately farewell and goodbye. It's immediately meaning to you, you are wasting your time, and at the end he's gonna be gone and you're gonna be left broken hearted. Why? Why to agree to this? Number 10, he prefers to conceal you from the world and refuses to take you out on real days. Big things. This is High Priestess in upright on reverse position. If a man is serious about you, if a man loves you, it's like a new beautiful car. Imagine a man buys a new car and hides it and doesn't show it to everyone. Makes no sense, right? So if he's interested in you, he is proudly taking you everywhere, introduces you to family, to friends, so on and so on. If it's not happening, then it's a big red flag. Number 10. 11. He goes to great lengths to avoid any kinds of PDA, public display of affection. This is PDA. I am not with her. Chapter 2. You are dating a man-boy. A man-boy can be even 75. He rarely calls to make plans, but prefers to text you all the time. Number 13. He doesn't have a job, career, or some sort of legal pursuit that adds value to the economic marketplace. Number 14. He rarely, if ever, follows up on his word. Huge thing, humongous. How much easier than that? Man who is serious, who is a good man, he does not make his word go against his action. When he says he's gonna call at 4, he will call at 4. When he says he's gonna come on Saturday, he will at noon, he will come Saturday at noon. As simple as that. A good man you want to have in your life, he's a master of his word. If he's not a master of his word, farewell and goodbye. Third party, please understand this one thing. I already done and talked so much about third party. Please understand once and for all. Even if this man dying of love to you and his love is true and real, it means that the religion of this man is the word respect. A man who truly loves a woman, he also deeply respects her. And to make you a third party would mean for him to disrespect you. And a good, loving man would never do this to you. Never, ever, ever. He can love you, but he will not make you his lover, because this way he will humiliate and disrespect you. He will humiliate and disrespect himself. He will humiliate and disrespect his wife and the children he has with his wife. A good man would not do this, even if he happens to find a woman, a love of his entire life. He will not take her to bed, because that would mean humiliation and disrespect, and he wouldn't do it. Just take this and simply just take it as it is. Number 15. You learn that his past dating history is lined with adoration for women that were clearly unattainable. Number 16. He seems more in love with being in love than actually loving you. Having fun, this is called. 17. The way he treats you is inferior to the way he treats others. This is already goes into narcissism. Number 18. Any plans he makes with you are last minute. I already explained you this. He just happened to have nothing to do, so he calls or texts you because he has nothing better to do. Disrespect and humiliation. 19. He disappears for days or weeks at a time without any sort of reason. Or if he does have a reason, it's flimsy, selfish one. Huge thing. And a huge amount of women don't take this into consideration. They watch the videos, does he really love me? Number 20. He fails to treat you with respect, and he does not respond kindly to your deliberate acts of love. I mean, how simple as all this are. He has unreasonably high standards and expectations for the women he dates. Double Miss Universe with 3 high education, and he doesn't really doesn't even have anything to give back. 22. He's only there for the fun stuff and the good times. Number 23. You've been dating for 6 months or longer, and none of these long-term plans seem to include you. How simple is that? Chapter 3. Games men play to get their way. 24. He only spends time with you when there is an opportunity for physical intimacy, using you for sex, in simple words. 25. He finds major fault in the insignificant and criticizes every little things you do. This called devalue, disrespect. The level can be different. Huge red flag of manipulators. Men who play games, they are manipulators. 26. More often than not, he threatens to leave you whenever you are in the middle of relationship conflict. Another method of manipulation. 27. He doesn't believe in titles. Another method of manipulation. 28. He loses interest in you whenever you lean into him, and gains more introspect in you the moment you withdraw. Another. And 29. He keeps you close enough to give you hope, but far enough to keep you unsure of where he stands, while using ambiguity to maintain your infatuations with him. This is already a manipulator. This is called to keep someone in illogicality and uncertainty. This is the Moon card, and this is Seven of Swords. This is when you are being manipulated and used, being played on, being a puppet for this man. And number 30, he's hell-bent on changing some aspects about you, appearance, friendship, career choices, so on, or that he can't truly love you unless you change for him. Another narcissistic psychopathic behavior. These are 30. There are 40. I don't have time to tell you all of them. Again, you can get this book and you can read it. Simple rules which seems like we all know, but we all forget somehow to follow. Again, underneath this video, I'm going to leave the links to the channels which can give you information, and my own videos on manipulation. You can watch the words the manipulator tells you, also very helpful, and when he appears, disappears, so on. Knowledge is power. Bottom line, please do not waste your time on people who don't see your worth, because even if you do, it only leads you to heartbreak, to sadness, to disappointment. So do not ignore red flags. It's not worth it. Be with those who see your worth, and first of all, see your worth yourself. Remember, high value, high respect women, they get the right man, because they don't allow any other man into their life. Namaste.